Wait, Ben.
I'm dead serious.
Ben, breaking news. Ben's in the studio. The herky jerky man. Yes,
I
Ben.
just got that. That's true. That's what he's claiming. He invented Smackfest.
Howard is claiming he invented Smackfest.
What? Yeah, he's claiming he did that years ago, I guess. A couple listeners.
Well, Hot 97 in New York City, in trouble again. You know, the home of the Tsunami song. Well, they've been doing this thing called Smackfest. And I guess the Boxing Commission wants to, what? They're going to go after the radio station and sue them because they said that it's an illegal boxing match.
An illegal boxing match.
Do you know what the hell goes on in these boxing leagues?
Yeah, all kinds of crime.
State officials yesterday ordered Hot 97 to stop its controversial Smackfest, in which women wallop each other in the face. The girl-on-girl contest, which sometimes draw blood, amount to an illegal boxing match that could lead Hot 97 officials to be charged with a crime, the State Athletic Commission said, Anthony.
I got to tell you, I saw a video of this, and I got to give it to Hot 97. That is one of the best goddamn contests I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, the New York
These
Post.
two broads just smacking each other so hard in the face.
Until one can't take it anymore, I guess. And then they win all sorts of prizes. The New York Post, page 3 today. Hot 97's vicious Smackfest KO'd.
And I saw our own pal Rick Delgado in the background of one of these clips.
Yeah.
Being the referee.
Hey, it's just a great radio bit.
It really is good.
But the Boxing Commission is going after them, saying it's an illegal boxing match.
That's ridiculous.
They face a $10,000 civil fine if it continues, Anthony. How can it be an illegal boxing match?
They said it's
there's no ring, there's no gloves, there's
Cash prizes.
They say it's a New York state law barring unlicensed fights. So it's some kind of fight. Technically, if it wasn't illegal, you could have people come up and just beat the crap out of each other until one, is dead.
Right.
So I guess there are laws in place to keep this from happening. I don't know. Is it the money that's the problem? Is there a prize involved, and that's why there's a problem? What about our blind boxing? And would that be considered illegal? We had two blind guys. One not even just blind. He didn't have eyeballs. He took his glasses off, and it was just ditches in his
We could have been fined for that?
I'm thinking because we did give away prizes, and there were rounds, and we set these blind guys in a ring, pretty much.
Can we get the video back up on Found Your Music?
I love that one. I think it is there somewhere.
No, I know, but you got to go look for it. I'm thinking, make it a headline because our blind boxing was legendary.
I love that. Two blind guys, we ring the bell, and they would just walk into the middle of the ring, kind of moving their fists, but they didn't know where each other was, so they start swinging wildly at any little sound.
They would be back-to-back swinging, thinking the guy's in front of them.
The guy's behind him, and he's throwing right hooks and stuff.
And then all of a sudden they would feel the other boxer, and all hell would break loose for about 15 seconds. Then we'd have to stop the round.
Or God forbid somebody around the ring would make a sound, and they would lunge at the noise and go punching at some of the spectators.
Speaking of someone almost dying on our show, Blind Dave almost died that day.
Yeah, he got the crap
beat out of him. He had I'm trying to remember all his injuries. He had 4 cracked ribs,
spleen, something wrong with his
a bruised spleen or something.
Ow.
Dave listens to the show. Maybe he could call in with all his injuries, but he was in the hospital.
Yep.
We gave him all sorts of booze to help the pain after the boxing match. Remember that, Ben?
Yeah, he was drunk out of his mind.
He was hammered, just getting the shit beat out of him by this guy, Blind Matt, who had no eyes. None. He popped him out for the match, even.
No eyeballs.
He was a good-looking guy. Blind Matt was picking up chicks. Remember he came to one of our events? He couldn't really tell he was blind. Yeah. He was the one that popped the eyes out?
Yeah, until he took his glasses off. Wow.
That's a guy that, I learned a lot from that guy. He just loves being alive, and he has such a crazy handicap. I can't imagine having no eyes whatsoever, no vision, and he doesn't even care. He rides the trains. He's got his dog, and he's drinking and going to bars and stuff. But that was an amazing, amazing day.
That could have gotten us fined, I guess.
But Howard invented Smackfest now.
He invented Smackfest?
You got to think his hardcore listeners at this point are like, oh, my God.
Even the hardcore ones now
dude.
got to go, oh, my God, this tool.
He's becoming a parody of himself.
Yeah. I did that first, Robin. You put a bandana on your car and punch each other.
There's a list. There's a list of things that Howard does on his show that he stole from other jocks. That's the funniest thing of all.
Yep.
It's kind of like, the guy that screams the loudest about something usually means that he does it the worst.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ask Howard where he got Butt Bongo Fiesta from.
Butt Bongo.
Let's just start there. Go call him up right now and ask him where he got that idea from.
And that was huge for him. He had a video or What was it? Was it pay-per-view or video?
I don't know.
I think it was like a video that came out. Pay-per-view first, and then it came out on video.
Well, it was a huge bit for his show, but
I remember listening years ago, and I heard this. I mean, I used to be a fan, of course. I listened, every day when I was working out on Long Island. Everyone did. He was huge. And I remember some guy called up and told him the idea for this butt bongo thing. Just bringing girls in, playing music, and bongoing on their ass. And saying that he heard 2 jocks up in Maine doing it.
Well, that's what Howard used to do back in the days before the internet and stuff. He would find out what jocks are doing all over the country in tiny little markets where no one would call him out on it. And he would take these bits and make them his own in New York City. And then
exactly
turns around and screams and yells that everyone's ripping him off because he's paranoid that people are going to find out about what he's been doing over the years.
2 poor bastards in Maine
came up with the bit.
Came up with it.
And they got no credit, and Howard made tons of money off that.
He just took it, didn't even change the name.
No.
They had called it Butt Bongo because it was they would just get girls to come in their studio, play music, and bongo on their asses. And he took the whole thing. So what about that? Did he invent that too? And that's just one instance. I mean, if you are a hardcore fan, those are the ones that should really know because they're the ones that listened and heard all this stuff.
He also likes to claim that he invented lesbianism on radio.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, my God. Slow down. Slow down. There's a ton of guys that were doing that before you, brother.
Like a scientist, Howard.
A ton of guys.
Inventing everything.